Last night, I had severe insomnia. I often have severe insomnia. And when I lie there, tossing and turning, I think a lot because the alcohol I drank hours and hours earlier had all worn off. And I was thinking about how expectations have ruined my life. By the fact, if I didn't have expectations, I would be a free woman. I wouldn't be hurt in pain. I wouldn't feel hurt. It's because I had expectations of people that really caused me deep emotional pain, trauma, which scarred me. And I went through these scenarios. Have you ever done this? Of, if I didn't do this, then things would have been 100% different. If I didn't call my therapist when I was in an emotional crisis, when my son was brutally beaten, my invalid, handicapped son was brutally beaten and hospitalized by a staff person. If I didn't call him, then he couldn't have hurt me by my expectation of him not calling me back, because he wasn't there when I called him. I left him a message to call me back. Now, he told me prior to that, he said, call me and leave a message and I will call you back. But those are just words. Never pay attention to someone's words. Never. Pay attention to someone's actions, what they do. Don't listen to words, because people say things, they might have some good intentions, or they might just say things because it sounds nice. It makes them look good, for various reasons. But if I didn't call him and leave that message, then I wouldn't have the expectation of him calling me back, which he never did. And I called him again the next day and he ignored me. And that's what made me leave therapy. And it just was a domino effect that. So I'm going to talk about expectations, how not having them can actually set you free. It can change your life for the better. I mean, completely change your life. And now I no longer have any expectations of anyone. And this has turned my life over, changed me. From being in intense pain and trauma. And we're going to get into details about that right now. Hi, in case you're new here, my name is Sandra Wyllie. This is my mental health channel. Soldier Girl, this is my new poetry book that's out, available on, the link is down below, along with all the links to my other books. Here I talk about my own personal struggles, having borderline personality disorder, complex post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety, depression. I talk about narcissism and my narcissistic abusive mother. I talk about schizophrenia. And I wrote a childhood memoir, Life with My Schizophrenic Father here. I talk about all my unethical psychologists that I've had sexual relationships with, who SA'd me and who I brought to the licensing board. But I only come on as a former patient of almost 20 years. I'm not a licensed therapist. I do not hold a degree in psychology, so I cannot diagnose you or give you a professional opinion. And all I ask in turn of you is your kindness and respect, please, always in the comments. Now, so I was tossing and turning, and I thought about that. If I hadn't done this, then I wouldn't have been in pain. I could have just waited to my Monday session with him instead of calling him when I did over the weekend and talked about it then. So this is what I learned, and I want to relay that on to you. Match people at their own level. I've learned this with girlfriends too. I try to make plans with girlfriends over and over. I call them up, make a date, and then we'd have a date to go out for lunch. And guess what? Something came up. Okay, so I called them again and tried to make another plan. And they said, sure. Don't listen to the words. We'll meet next Saturday, because I can't this Saturday, even though I told you I would. And then next Saturday comes up. oh gosh, I can't, I forgot, I got to do this. So meet people at their own level without any expectation at all. This is what I mean by that. Don't go initiate anything. Don't text someone, don't call someone, don't make plans with someone, all right? Now, let them call you. Let them text you. Let them make plans with you. That way, they're the one who initiated it. They're the one that wants it, all right? So you're not going to be hurt or disappointed because they're the one that initiated it. Also, meet them on their same level. So, for instance, if someone texts you, whether it's a guy or gal, whether it's platonic or your parent or whatever, your child, whatever, whoever, it doesn't, your friend, your lover. If someone texts you, then you text them. Don't call them. If someone texts you with the two, like saying, hi, what's up? Don't write them a big script. Say, not much. See, you match them at their same level. That way there, you will never be hurt and you will never be disappointed. And you have no expectations of them. So if they text you like, yo, what's up, dude? You can text them back the same kind of response, a short, curt response. Not much. And you? See? You don't say, oh, I haven't heard from you for so long. I didn't know you even were still around. Or, I thought something happened to you. Or don't text them, oh, you won't believe what happened to me. My husband lost his job. My son was brutally beaten. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. See, this is what I used to do. I used to go way overboard with people. And I used to have expectations because usually when you give so much of yourself, like I have, you expect that you'll at least the person will match that back, or at least match it back somewhat to some level, maybe not at the same extreme level that you put forth. But if I didn't do that at all, if I just matched their level from the beginning, day one, I would have never been hurt. I would have never been betrayed. And I would have been free. This is what I'm telling you. By letting go of all expectations, you gain control. You have the power and you're 100% free. You're no longer attached to anything. When you have expectations, you are attached to an outcome. You're attached to an outcome, very strongly attached to that, like almost like you're chain linked, handcuffed to that outcome. The key to taking off those handcuffs, those chain links, is not to have any expectations. This means you match their level, because let's be honest, if I put in a certain amount of effort and time, I expect something back from all that effort and time. But if I match someone's level, I give them what I get from them. That's what I say. I give what I get. So if they say something pleasant to me, I say something pleasant to them. If they initiate getting together with me, would you like to go to the lunch? Then I'll say sure. And I'll let it fall in their lap. When they want to do it, where they want to, I'll let it fall on their lap and match their expectation. This way here, and also how much they confide in me. What do they say? Okay. If they're not going to talk about deeper things, then I will keep it light. I don't want to be dumping everything on someone who doesn't want that. You know what I'm saying? Too much information. You ever hear that? TMI, too much information. And this is very true of me, and I've done it countless times, and it really has traumatized me. And I caused myself my own pain and suffering because of my own expectations, because I was not matching someone else's level of energy. See? You got to match their level of energy. So I dumped too much. I I was like a dump truck on some people, and I realized that by going over old texts, reading old texts that from people that were my friends or I was friendly with, and I realized, gee, I said too much there. I shouldn't have said any of that, because I had to match the person on how much they want to share. If they're only sharing this much and I'm sharing this much, then I'm not matching their energy, and then I'm going to be hurt. Or if I'm constantly calling and trying to make plans, and I'm not matching their energy. So it's best just to let go and be free. Let go of those expectations. Match the person's energy. Give what you get from the person, and you won't be disappointed. Pay attention to someone's actions, not their words. If someone's saying, "Oh, I'd love to see you. It's been so long. Gee, I'd love to get together." What is that? That's not a firm plan to get together. When are you available? How about we have lunch next week? What day are you available? That's a firm plan. But let it come from the other person. Because if you're trying to tie a person down, they might just say, to be polite, or because they don't want to seem antisocial, they might say, "Oh, sure, yeah, we'll get together for lunch." And then you press on. "Well, how about next week?" Yeah, sure, next week, fine. You see? You're pressing them, I no longer do that anymore. I no longer chase people. I don't chase anyone, all right? And I match people's energy. And I no longer have any expectations of anyone. That way, no expectations, no disappointments. So I hope that this has helped you a little bit, because I was up all night thinking about this myself, how much I hurt myself by my own expectations, not, paying attention to where someone really is at, listening to their words, which are meaningless. What are words, Words not backed up by action are nothing, right? If they're not backed up by action, words mean nothing. So I hope this has helped you. And then again, remember, all these books are now available. And the link is down below. If you want to help support this channel, you can buy me a cup of coffee. And the link to that is down below too. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Please hit that subscribe button in the lower right hand corner. That way you'll be notified each and every time a new video of mine comes out. It's 100% free. Stick around, take a chance, give it a thumbs up. And until next time, you have a great day. Take care. Bye.